When it comes to effectively drawing down your retirement portfolio, there are a lot of landmines that you want to avoid. But today, we're going to focus on the one mistake that we see happen all too often: not managing your tax brackets in retirement. Hey everyone, I'm Marc Sabourin, co-founder of TransCanada Wealth Management, and I'm here to help you tax efficiently plan for your retirement. As we've talked about on the channel before, there are numerous ways to draw down your retirement portfolio, and unfortunately, there isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. Everyone has different circumstances, so the strategy that your neighbor is using is not necessarily going to be the best one for your situation. However, when putting together a retirement withdrawal plan, the one mistake that we often see happen is that retirees are not planning ahead to see what tax brackets they're going to be in throughout their retirement. Let's take a look at the combined Manitoba and federal tax rates. Now, if you're in a different province, tax rates are going to be a little bit different, but the concept remains the same. We have a progressive tax system in Canada, which means the more money you make, the more tax that you're going to have to pay. So as we can see here, on your income from $0 to $15,000, the tax rate is 0. However, after that, the tax rate increases to 25.8% until your income is just over $36,000. So on and so forth as your income increases. Eventually, we reach the top bracket, which is over 50% tax on your income. It's important to know which tax bracket you're in today and what tax bracket you could expect to be further into your retirement. If this isn't factored into your retirement withdrawal strategy, you can end up paying way more tax than you need to, and you could potentially end up losing out on some of your old age security due to the clawback. Here's a real life example we went through last week with a retiree that we'll call Jen. Jen was 65 and well set up to reach her retirement expense goal of $60,000 per year. She was fortunate that she had really good pensions. So she had her work pension, CPP, and old age security, and those three sources generated $57,000 of income for her on a yearly basis. When looking at the tax brackets, we could see that Jen would be at minimum in the 33.25% tax bracket moving forward into retirement. She also had $100,000 in her tax-free savings account and $700,000 in her RSP. So her plan, after factoring in taxes on the different pensions, was to top up her income using her TFSA to keep her income tax bill as low as possible. As we can see, we have her pension, CPP, and old age security rising with inflation throughout her retirement. We also have withdrawals coming from the tax-free savings account so that she can reach her spending goal in retirement. However, in 2029, Jen turns 71, so she is forced to convert her RSP into a RIF. So if you're not familiar, you have to convert your RSP into the RIF by the end of the year that you turn 71, and your first withdrawal has to take place the following year. So this would take Jen into 2030, and she has to make her first forced withdrawal from the RIF account. This increases her taxable income substantially, and she now finds herself in the 43.4% tax bracket for the remainder of her retirement. Because she has such a high income, she's also losing the majority of her old age security due to the clawback. As we reach the end of the plan, Jen will leave an estate after tax of $799,000 for her kids and grandkids. Now, don't get me wrong, this is a great plan. Jen has enough money to do the things that she wants to do in retirement, and she's also leaving a sizable estate for her kids and grandkids. However, if Jen is able to maximize her tax brackets earlier into retirement, it's going to improve her long-term outlook. Rather than keeping her income as low as possible at the onset of retirement, Jen can look at being more aggressive with her RRSP withdrawals. She can then use those extra RRSP withdrawals to top up her TFSA and start saving into a non-registered account as well. Let's say we target an income of $86,000 per year. This would keep Jen under the old age clawback threshold, which starts at $86,912. By doing this, Jen would be maxing out the 33% tax bracket, and some of her RSP withdrawals would be taxed at 37.9%. We can see that implementing this strategy keeps her income much more level throughout her retirement. We don't see such a big jump in income at 72, as she's already withdrawn a good portion of her RSP, so her mandated RIF minimum withdrawals aren't going to be as high. By implementing this strategy, Jen's OAS clawback is reduced substantially, if not entirely eliminated, and she's able to save $70,000 in taxes throughout her retirement that can go to her kids and grandkids. Make sure you know what tax bracket you're in today and what tax bracket you can expect to be in the future. By implementing a retirement withdrawal plan that factors this in, you can save thousands of dollars in taxes throughout your retirement. Hit that subscribe button and we'll see you next time.